Mr. Gerald.
Who are you looking for, Alma?
Isn't Mrs. Layla with you, Mr. Gerald?
Layla? Isn't Layla at home?
No, she isn't. She left yesterday afternoon and never came back.
Alma, why didn't you tell me this before? Did you think that now was the right time to tell me this?
I called you, Mr. Gerald, more than once, but your cell phone was switched off. When I couldn't reach you, I assumed that you were together.
What time did she leave?
I think it was a little after 3.
After 3? After 3? The woman has been missing for almost a whole day! Alma!
I didn't know what to do either, Mr. Gerald. I didn't know who to call when I couldn't reach you on your phone. And I didn't want to call the police without telling you everything first.
Sir, my mother wanted to call Mr. Mason, but I told her not to. We didn't want to cause a fuss. We couldn't have known,
Enough,
you know?
Kenny. She may have gone over to her brother. I'll call him. Let's keep calling.
I never thought to call Mr. Michael.
Hello.
Hello, Michael.
Gerald? Has something happened?
No, nothing. Did Layla stay with you last night?
No, she didn't.
Isn't she home?
No, she isn't. She left home yesterday, apparently. We can't find her.
I don't get it. Hang on. Tell me this from the beginning. What do you mean you can't find her?
No. Alma says she left the house
Yesterday, and apparently she left around 3 and never came back. I'm only just...
finding out about this now. What shall we do? Shall I come over there?
Okay. Don't call anyone. I'm coming over.
Okay.
Welcome, sir.
My uncle's here!
Jasmine, there's my beautiful girl.
Come on, honey, let's get changed. You can come down and play later.
How long has she been missing?
She left the house at noon yesterday. She didn't take her cell phone with her.
Didn't she tell anyone?
No one.
This is all we needed. Have you called the police?
How could I? You told me to wait for you. What shall we do then? Call the police?
Not yet. Let's figure out what's going on before we cause a fuss. Where could she be?
I don't know, Michael. I don't know.
Who else would know if you don't? Isn't she your wife? How is it you don't know?
For God's sakes, Michael. How can I possibly know if she doesn't tell me anything, if she lets me in on nothing?
Where were you all day yesterday?
I had things to do. I was out in the evening and stayed the night over at my father's.
You stayed at your father's?
Yes.
Since when have you been so close to your father, Gerald?
Michael, please don't push me any further. I'm telling you, I'm already under more than enough pressure as it is. We need to find Layla. We need to find her, and I really don't want to call that guy.
Maybe we should call him. Maybe Layla told him where she was going.
Mrs. Layla kept having dreams about a house. She said they were keeping Kareem there. I had heard someone called Yunus Effendi. I said we should go and ask him what all this meant because he knows about interpreting those kinds of dreams.
So you went to him?
We did, yes.
Layla must be out of her mind, taking their advice.
What did the man say? Were you there with them when they talked?
I was there the first time, but he didn't say anything. He just sent us away.
The first time? So then she went again?
Yesterday.
Were you not aware of all of this?
I was. He called at the crack of dawn, and they talked for a while. Then she got dressed and left. I tried to talk to her, but she wouldn't listen to me. We never heard from her again.
So what did the guy want to talk about? Did she ever say anything?
No, Mrs. Layla came home in a flurry and locked herself inside the study. We didn't speak about it.
But you know the man's address?
I do.
Okay. That's where we should start then. Thank you, Alma. I'll go and talk to this man. You stay here at home just in case.
Your order is our command.
I'm coming too.
And you need to call Sergeant Ertl. You can call him, right, Mr. Gerald? Good day, ma'am.
Can I help you?
We came to talk to Mr. Eunice.
He is not at home. Why do you need him?
It's very urgent. Do you know where we can find him? It's actually a matter of life or death.
Has something happened to someone?
It might if we don't talk to him quickly. Where is he, ma'am?
He left yesterday to the village.
Is there no phone there?
I'm sorry. There are no landlines at all in the village, and he doesn't use a cellular phone either. He never got used to them.
A woman came here yesterday to speak to your husband.
You mean Mrs. Layla?
Yes, Miss Layla. Do you have any idea what Mr. Eunice talked to her about?
No, I don't know.
Madam, it's very important. Yesterday, your husband called Mrs. Layla on the phone to tell her something. What did he tell her?
He woke up early in a cold sweat. I don't know what he saw, but he called the lady right away. But I don't know anything, not what he dreamed of or what he told her. Please don't bother me about this again.
Layla, she's crazy. She really is. She has gone crazy. How could this be? Tell me, how could she hope these things would work? How can she just pick up and get lost when we have so much on our plates?
You should have had a proper talk with your wife then. All these wise men, fortune tellers, and mediums. She wouldn't be chasing after such nonsense.
Michael, do you think I didn't talk to her? Do you think I haven't talked to her? I did my best. I told her not to listen to this nonsense at all. I told her these soothsayers and tarot readers were nonsense, but she wouldn't listen. But she wouldn't listen to me. I said she's in bad condition and she wouldn't
You
listen.
should have told me then. I would have got her to listen to me.
Michael, I'm begging you to please not push me. I'm not doing too well myself. Please, man. Please now.
If only that Ethan had accepted my offer.
What offer?
I actually went to him yesterday. I told him I'd give him anything if he told me where Kareem was.
And so why didn't he tell you? Why didn't you tell me any of this, Michael?
Because there's nothing to tell. He didn't even say a word. He's supposed to be innocent. He's pretending he's a man with no ambitions.
Listen, be careful what you're poking around in on there, Mason. We have private stuff on there, too.
Don't worry, Mr. Gerald. I really don't have time for any of your dirty laundry at the moment.
Watch your mouth, Mr. Mason. We're paying you for this. Don't forget that.
You do pay me, and I'll do my job if you give me a chance, okay?
If by your job you mean wasting all our time here, tell us what you're doing with that computer so that we can understand.
Mrs. Layla researched something on the internet when she got back home. It's the last thing she did before she left here. So do you see now? We can use this to figure out where she went, okay?
So what did she search for?
Catalca train lines, villages.
Okay, so let's call the police so they can search the villages in that area.
Well, go tell them then. Mr. Gerald, Catalca isn't exactly a small area. It would be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
What is this?
This list could considerably shorten our search.